In this quick tip, we're going to take a look at blends. We're going to take a look at 3 different ways to create blends in Illustrator. So these show the 3 different results we can achieve using those methods. And in this case, the base artwork, they have the strokes turned on. So when I select this one using the direct selection tool, then you see it has a fill and a stroke. And on the other side, it has a different fill, but also a stroke, so that you can see the steps in between. And when there are enough steps in between, then this will get a solid black, or at least it will look like so. So if I pull up the blend options by double-clicking the blend tool, and then set this to either specified steps or specified distance, and then set enough in here, then you see it gets a solid black. It looks solid black because the strokes are so dense that there's only black to be seen. Just in case you encounter that result and are wondering why that happens. So that's this. And let's take a look at how to get these results. Now, this one in the center, I have a different version of that so that we see what's happening here. You see, when those are not at the same vertical position, then it looks like so. It looks as if they have been turned. But that's actually not the case. So let's go in here and go into the blend options and then again specified steps, but let's set a lower amount of in-betweens, and then you see this is what happens. It looks like it's rotating, but it doesn't, because the size also gets smaller, and that would not happen if it were rotating. So what's happening actually here? Let's cancel that and let's go here, over here, and there I have kind of the same base objects, but I have applied a gradient instead and no stroke this time. So we can also, and I'm going to do that so that the top one gets more interesting, I'm going into its gradient options and rotate the gradient by 90 degrees. So that's this. And then you can select those two and just create the blend using the shortcut Command Alt and B or Control Alt and B on Windows, which is this. And the automatic option, the smooth color, sets the automatic amount of in-betweens, so it just there are just 5 of them, so let's make more of them. And you see this just varies the gradient settings in here. So just like so. And if that were a different shape, then the shape would, of course, morph as well. So how do we get the next option? And for that, you need the blend tool. And when just creating a blend, then Illustrator just morphs the left into the right one and done. But you can make Illustrator use certain points as origins. So with the blend tool, you can click on certain points and the tool cursor tells you when you have hit them, like so. So you see, when this gets black, then I've hit that point, and then click a different point on the other shape, like so. And then you see the in-between is Illustrator focuses on the points, and it merges this point, it goes here, and then there, and then there, and then there, and then there. And the other points merge with it. So that's what's happening here. And when you increase the number of steps, so let's make more steps here, then this looks like so and gets this interesting kind of gradient, if you will. So that's like so. But the bottom one, so when we take a look at this here again and change the options, so I'm going to set it to 6. And then you see this is actually rotating. So how do you force that to happen? Now, In order to do that, what you need to do is select this one and then apply an effect to it. So let's go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and then Apply Transform, and then rotate it. And when you do that, then instead of morphing the shapes, Illustrator morphs the effect settings. So let's create the blend by using the shortcut, and then you see Illustrator morphs the effect settings. So let's double click this here and specified steps, increase the number of steps, and then you get this nice rotation. So that's how you can create different results using the same base shapes for your blend.